Mm-hmm. They even got something called a flash tap.
And so they always repair them. And so that's one of
You
the
could probably
repair
always
types
use
that they
them
do for
in some
cracks.
form.
Hi, how
Oh,
are
wow.
you?
All right, new. That's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty.
And all the wood comes from local sources.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome and welcome back to Nita Price Plan Paradise. This is the place to come to take the time to exhale and enjoy nature's creations. Hope everyone is well in whatever part of the world you're in today. Well, well, well. Plants Alive has a plant fest going on, and it's a big one on Memorial Day weekend. It was crowded. You all, it is still going on. I went yesterday, which was Saturday. Today is Sunday. And that's why I'm trying to get this video out. So those of you who will see this will go. And I believe it's up until 4 or 5. Just go to Plants Alive website and you will see what time the event actually ends. But I believe it starts at 10 a.m. and it will also be on Monday, May 25th. Excuse me. Though that time may be a little different because it's the last day, so I'm not sure. So let's get into it. Look at these beautiful baskets. I don't even remember the name of the store I was at, but it is one of the first ones that you see that is over to your left as you enter. But they were handmade and they were hand woven, as they say. And this is the beginning part of the greenhouse for Plants Alive. Look at this. It was a variegated vitterifolia. Vitterifolium. Y'all, it was absolutely stunning. 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 This place, I tell you, it's like my little jungle. I love coming here when I get a chance. I will go there. This place was crowded. Plant lovers far and wide were there. And these were some beautiful monsteras, deliciosas, I think albos, and I believe there was a philodendron bicolor. This is fire on a stick. Cactus, yeah, fire on a stick, I believe. I didn't check the price because, like I said, there were people on both sides of me, so I just didn't move. I just zoomed in on it, boom, took the picture before someone walked in front of it. And here's some goldfish. You all, they were beautiful. I'm telling you, go there to grab you some plants today. They have high range. The range is high to low. This is the philodendron bicolor I was telling you about. Absolutely stunning. I thought it was so beautiful. So beautiful. And then you have the staghorn fern, which, as they say, was a frankenfern because of the fact it had some scindapsus. It had, oh my goodness, I can't even remember all the plants that were there. Oh, I think a marble queen. And there's a philodendron one on the side, but I don't think it was part of it. They just kind of put it up there. I'm telling you, it was beautiful. And I think that's a dark lord. Then you have, I'm not even sure what that is. It's some kind of philodendron. If it's not a philodendron, I think it's a philodendron because usually philodendrons grow out. Oh, it was called the green Congo. Variegated. I'm glad I zoomed in on that because I really love that. And this, I believe, I should have gotten a little closer so I could see what it was. But I'll let you all take a gander at it. Oh, look at this. That was the spirit of sanctity. Philodendron spirit of sanctity, y'all. I had to pick that baby up. And that was a reasonable price. You remember back in Not too long ago, that plant was commanding big money. Still does. Depends how big it is. And I had to take a picture of that big girl again, that green Congo variegated. She's just absolutely gorgeous. Here's a money tree. And of course, you all, there were other philodendrons around it, but she was the showstopper for me. And I just was taking pictures of just anything and every plant I could possibly show. Here are a few cacti, as I like to call it. I don't like to say cactus on this channel, cacti. This was also some kind of philodendron, I think green Congo, but variegated. Yes, you know what it was, because I hold it up, letting you know that's what I'm holding will grow into the big one that's in the showstopper, that's in the middle. And this is a Florida ghost, philodendron Florida ghost. I had never seen one, I don't believe, in person. If I have, y'all, I just don't even remember. This was beautiful. They had very small ones. They were reasonably priced. So if you want to get yourself a Florida ghost, now is the day to do it. It's Sunday, Memorial Day weekend, y'all. Go to Plants Alive on Layhill Road. Okay, in Silver Spring, Maryland. Here's another philodendron. I want to say it's the Congo red stem, something like that. This girl, I know she's a philodendron Congo something, I think, or maybe red imperial. I don't know, but she looked like a flower. And this was, I believe, not a sansevieria, it's an aglaonema. I want to say it's one of my favorite ones. I can't remember the name right now. And this was just a beautiful water area with some monsteras, some vitifolium, and the other plants that you saw there. Here were some bambinos, alocasia bambinos, and a few alocasias on the side. There, once again, there is the Aurelia on the left. Not bambinos, but can't remember the name. Why am I drawing a blank? I should just let y'all just look at everything, because you know what? I'm telling you, it was absolutely beautiful. Everything, but it was, like I said, I just had to take pictures. I did do some video, which you will see later on in the footage. That's Scindapsus. I think that's the Scindapsus exotica pictus, or pictus exotica, however it goes. I like them, but I don't know if I could take care of them. I know they're kind of related to the Pothos. That's all I know, but I'm not sure. And oh my goodness, this was another philodendron. I'm telling you all, I'm on my philodendron journey right now, along with my monsteras, and I'm telling you, these are gorgeous. If I had the space, I would definitely wanted to buy those. And I believe these were some Ring of Fires, or no, they were Plutos. I want to say they were the Plutos. Yes, I believe these were the Plutos. Because Ring of Fire is a little different, especially for the variegation. And I have a little baby Ring of Pluto that I am growing now. She's getting bigger too. She's kind of a fast grower, believe it or not. She was a little slow on the start, but she's getting there. Those were some, not philodendron, Pothos. Here are some, they were just big trees. And I tell you, you can put a tree in your house, y'all. You can grow a tree in your house if you want to. These are some beautiful Aurelias. I really love those, but I just don't know how to take care of them very well. Here are some philodendron Prince of Orange, POCs, y'all. POCs, along with some other plants back there. I think Bilietiae, Varicosums. Just beautiful. And I'm telling these were reasonably priced. You can go there and get yourself a small philodendron, pink princess. As you can see, they're loaded. they're loaded. And the line was wrapped. It was kind of like a loop. If you were in there, so you had to kind of like watch out for the people that were standing in line, so you can, shop for whatever you want. I was here with Mahalia, one of my friends, and she and I, we were, she wanted to get some plants for her home, and what she picked, very beautiful. She got a Prince of Orange and the Epiprenum Sao Paulo, one of those, but it's a Pothos. But they're very easy care plants. And here's some Dark Lords, I believe, and some Painted Ladies. You have some Brazil or Cream Splash. Yeah, look at the Painted Lady. Oh, she was gorgeous. She was gorgeous. I don't have one of those, but the leaves were just nice and bright. I thought this was a golden calkin or calkin golden. They said it was a moonlight. I was done. I said, see, when you think it's one thing, it's not. For some reason, I lost some lighting and didn't know what happened. And I believe those are the Ring of Fires that I'm looking at right there. But I believe, I had already turned away from it because I was trying to fix my lighting. I hit something by mistake. And here are some pothos, I believe, or some form of philodendrons. And these are the Ring of Fires. As you can see, the big one is like in the middle there. I should have zoomed in on it. And here are some hanging plants. You all, they were just beautiful. Just beautiful. And wandering dudes, they were on the ground. Y'all, they were growing. They actually grew, see? I had to take pictures. And this looked like some gloriosums that were sitting in front of it. And some philodendron heartleaf or cadetums. Here's some more philodendrons. Y'all, the philodendrons are just beautiful. They were stunning. Here were some more staghorns or frankenferns that I like to call when I say frankenfern, only because it was more than one. Here are the Sao Paulo, which I say look like, what do you call it? Champs Elysees. And this was a big staghorn fern. By then I believe we were standing in line, and that was just gorgeous. These were some anthuriums. Here's a huge cactus. Anyone looking for a big cactus? And there were some Hoyas down there on the right. I thought that plant was pretty. I didn't even know what it was. I should have zoomed in a little bit more. And of course, that was a fiddle, I believe, that was standing. If not, it was an Audrey. And these were, I believe, some Palais that were in bloom. Look, just blooming. Just happy as can be. And you all, these are their big plants over there, like trees. Oh, and that's a beautiful, I think it's a fishtail cactus but it wasn't in bloom, but I have seen some in bloom, the pictures. These were like Christmas cactus, Thanksgiving cactus. I'm not sure which ones, but they were huge pots. And there's that plant again, the fishtail or the fishbone cactus. Those are some palms over there. I even believe there were some yuccas. If I had zoomed in, you probably would have seen them a lot better. I thought that was a beautiful cactus. Look how big that thing is. When I say y'all, it was huge, it was huge. And then this was a big monstera. It's either albo or what's the other one? I can't even. It may not be an albo. It kind of looks like almost like a white monster, but I'm not even sure. Or mint. I think it could have been a mishmash of, that Franken Monstera. And I thought that was a beautiful Sansevieria. And there's the Xanthosoma. There's some ficus. See, they had some Franken. And if anyone doesn't know what Franken means you take different plants and you put them together. Whether you're going to put it in a kokedama, you're going to put it on a pole of any sort. And that means, because it's not the same plant that's growing in the pot. So we kind of call them Franken. I hope everyone can hear me. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize I turned this a little bit. I had to go back to that. Oh, she was gorgeous. It's the variegated Viridifolium. Just absolutely gorgeous. I believe I show you what the price is. So anyone in the market for it, go. They have it right there. I only saw one. Could have been some more, but I only saw one. As you can see, our guy from Equigenera. We make our way back to Equigenera because they were, the headliners, and they always have plants. They bring plants from Ecuador, and if you ever want imported plants, now's the time to get it because you don't have to worry about it being shipped to you. It's already there. So I was looking at the Vandas, and I believe that's some sort of air plant that's over to the left. There's our people. I tell you, I love Equigenera. I have quite a few plants from them that are doing well, and they're surviving. And you just give it the conditions it needs, you all. And those were some anthuriums. I don't know why this is upside down. So sorry, y'all. This is upside down. I had no idea this flipped upside down. I don't even know what happened. I hope the rest of the video is not like this. There we go. I must have realized it and been like, what's going on? And that one looks like a Dean Medow that we just looked at. And that philodendron there. But this is, why did it flip back again? You all, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I flipped it right, and then I turned around and flipped it back upside down again. Even though you all, when I tell you, when you're doing the video, that was the wall. That was the Equigenera's wall, y'all. And it was beautiful. If you want to stop it and flip it upside down, or go around the other side of your phone or the TV screen, or I don't know. I apologize. It looks straight when I'm actually doing the footage, in case people wondering, what is she doing? But I'm just going to leave it in. And I do go over to say hi to him because I've been buying plants for him for years now. For the last couple of years. I don't even know what kind of plant that was, but I thought it was beautiful. There's some fiddle-leaf figs. Here's some Sansevierias. I'm glad I finally did it the proper way. I thought these were beautiful. I thought they were so beautiful. Then we're coming up on some Aglaonemas. I just know, I believe one of them is a red cyan. I don't know what that one is. Cutlass, I believe. I believe that might be a cutlass. I believe that's the name of that one. I think those are the red cyans. There's a couple of them in that pink group there. These were some spiders. My friend Mahalia, she said, what about these? I said, oh no, those are Petunias. Maybe some people may think they're easy, but she's a beginner, you all. So I told her, these are some Marantas. They're prayer plants. They're very pretty. And then you had, all these are all Cattleyas. They were beautiful. I really loved how it looked. It was just, as they say, almost sensory overload, but in a good way. It wasn't like you had to say, I gotta get out of here. It was in a very good way. It was very calming to be in there with the plants. When they say plants spark joy, there's some Pothos. When they say plants spark joy, they bring you joy, they bring you happiness, they make you happy. It's the truth, y'all. If you're ever feeling down or you're tired and just don't know what to do, walk into the plant section of a store, if it's a big box store, or go to Plants Alive. And no, this is not a paid promotion, nor am I being sponsored. But I'm just letting you know, go in there. Go into a garden center. This was a big monstera, I want to say. And it was in bloom. Look at that. You can get seeds from that, make babies. Make some more. You can make some more. And I want to say that's the Pinata Petita. Yeah, I think that's the one. But it was huge. That was huge. Here's some monsteras. But go and I'm telling you, you will feel much better. And maybe even pick up a plant, but make sure it is a beginner plant. Talk to them first. Do not go in there and say, oh, this is pretty, I like this. Take it home, because you may get lucky and you may do very well with that plant without knowing what it is. Or you know the name of it, but you really haven't done any research on it. But please, trust me, I have done things like that. Oh, I like it. Get it home. Don't have the conditions for it. The plant does not survive. And just take your time. Always take your time. Like I said, speak to the workers there. Some, especially in a nursery like this, they should be well versed in what they're selling. And here's some Dracaenas, and these were, what were these? I can't even remember what those were, but you all see them. They were, and I thought these little ones that look like little sprouts down at the bottom, I thought those were cute. I had never seen those before, but I had to go back to the wandering dudes on the ground. The Tradescantias, everyone. So my new subscribers, they call them wandering dudes. My friend Mahalia said, Nita, is that all one plant, or is it? I said, I don't know, because I didn't try to pick one up, because I'm trying to, do the footage and what have you. That's a beautiful cactus right there, or something like that. Whatever that was, I thought it was beautiful. And I'm showing you some more cacti. I think that is gorgeous. It's gorgeous, gorgeous. And that had a blue top. Y'all, I thought it was so pretty. I said, blue? I said, wow. Here is an anthurium. This is an anthurium. Well, you all, I'm coming to the end of this video. Oh, and that is an air plant. I don't know which one it was, but I tell you, if I wasn't still in the middle of my move, that would have been a contender I probably would have picked up because it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And these are some more cacti, and this is the string of something. I don't know whether it's the dolphin, but... And then I had to go check out this Jose Bueno philodendron. Y'all, just gorgeous. Gorgeous. And that's that Congo again. And these you can place in terrariums, I believe. I think that's why they had them sitting there. You could buy those, but I believe that's for people to, so they can kind of gauge this is the type of plant that can go in a terrarium, because they're small already. And I thought these were so pretty. I would definitely want to put that in a terrarium. I don't know how much they are because I didn't pick them up. Because we have been standing in line for a while. And, she and I were talking. There's the soul soil. Then we went to the other section, was SOMD Tropicals. They were in the other greenhouse. This is the greenhouse that Cultivate the City used to be in. I don't know where Cultivate the City was. I was hoping to see Niraj and some of the crew there. But I have to check their website. I mean, it's their page, their Instagram page. And then that was Picturesque. And those are carnivorous plants, you all. That was back there. They had some philodendrons over here. I'm not even sure what the names of these were. They were different kinds of plants. Some a little, I think, rare. I did see a spaghetti eye over there that I didn't even catch when I was inside looking. It's amazing when I look back on the footage, you end up seeing things that you don't even remember seeing when you were actually there. And like I said, coming to the end, I just want to say a beautiful thought. The beautiful thought today is whether you like someone or not, just be nice yourself, period. Now, no, you don't have to be anyone's fool or whatever, you don't. But I'm just saying, it doesn't take a lot to be nice. It's actually easy. And you just say hello and goodbye. That's all you have to do. No long conversations, not how are the kids, or anything like that. Just for your own peace of mind. You can do it just for yourself. Just for yourself. Just be kind. Don't let your blood pressure be raised. Because in the end, they are not worth it. And that's my beautiful thought for today. And these were some very rare plants. They were 200. So anyone looking for it, that's the Alocasia plumbea. Y'all, if you want it, this was either the Tigrina or the other one. Because as you can see from the stems, oh, y'all, I'm telling you, they were gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Gorgeous. You all, please like, share, and subscribe. Please follow me on my other platforms on Palm Street as Nita Price. And on TikTok. As well as YouTube, Nita Price Plant Paradise. My Facebook page, Nita Price Plant Paradise. And that was the Aria, Monstera Aria. And this was a beautiful, beautiful anthurium. He said what it was, but I've muted it. It was absolutely stunning. Stunning. Remember, you all, kindness goes a long way. Just do it for yourself. You don't have to do it for anyone else. Just say hi. And then bye. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. God bless. Please get out there to Plants Alive if you can. Okay?